So my father, growing up as a kid in Florida, loved to eat blue crabs. He disliked the way that the guts inside made them taste when they were cooked whole. That all changed one day when my grandfather showed him a way that you can cook crabs without having the insides in there. In other words, a way to clean the crabs. Now, me and my sisters, we love to eat crabs. In fact, it's probably one of our favorite foods. But we too don't like the way that the insides make the crab meat taste. According to Whitney Schmidt of Crabbiest Cookbooks, this method is the exact same method that Marylanders use for cleaning softshell crabs. It all starts with the crab's diet. You want to make sure that you get crabs that have been fed fish rather than chicken. Fish tends to give the meat a little bit sweeter taste. There are many ways to eat crabs, but I believe that the East Coast way is the most taste-filled. Now, there are several steps before you can indulge yourself in the great crab. Today, I'm going to be explaining to you the processes, and I'm showing you pictures. There's going to be the killing process, the cleaning process, and the cooking process. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you got your crab. You got to have a hard surface to put them on. You want to have an ice pick. You want to put it right where the apron is. Thrust it down. This will kill the crab instantaneously. I know that may sound bad, but the crab really doesn't feel anything. Next step is removing the shell. Now, you got to be very careful because the shell has points on it and it can cut you. You want to place the crab in your non-dominant hand, as the picture shows, and pull the shell off in one fluid motion with your dominant hand. Then you got to get rid of the gills, also known as the lungs. This will give your crab a very bitter taste, and nobody wants the bitter taste in the crab. Using the same ice pick that you use to kill the crab, you just simply scrape the lungs off right here, using the lungs. Scrape the lungs off. Now you want to rip those lips off. They may poke you in the face or something, or you may cut yourself while you clean the crab, so just go ahead and get rid of those. Those are the lips. This is what your crab should look like after you kick the lungs off and you rip the lips off. Now you gotta take that apron off. Take the apron off so that when you cook the crabs, the steam is allowed to go through your crab and cook it to the fullest. Now the part no one likes is get the guts out because it's messy and no one likes to do that. You're gonna need a hose with a nozzle on it and good water pressure. This picture is just a sink because that's the most convenient for me. It works too, but I recommend doing it outside because it's kind of messy. This is what your crab should look like when your guts are all gone, your lungs are gone, and your lips are all off. Now you're gonna need a double-decker steam pot. You want to make sure that it has holes in it, preferably larger holes, so that steam can come through the bottom and cook your crabs evenly. This is how you should place your crabs inside the pot. You want to go in a circle, work your way in. That way you can fit more crabs inside the pot. I like to use Old Bay and salt, but you can really use whatever flavor seasoning you like to use. You're going to need a half a cup of apple cider vinegar and a cup of regular water to put in the bottom of the pot so your crabs don't burn. You want to set it on a medium to high heat, allowing 20 minutes. Once you see your crabs steam, you want 20 minutes, set your timer for 20 minutes. As soon as that timer goes off, remove your crabs, let them cool, and this is what you get when you're done. Let them cool and you just enjoy. That's your crab when it's all done. As you can see, the seasoning is directly on the meat as opposed to being on the shell. That gives it a much more better taste. I'm sure you guys are all thinking that this is way too much work for too little amount of meat, but truly this process makes the meat taste that much better. I would take the time out of my day and clean as many crabs as I could to get this tasty meat. I promise you that once you've had crabs the East Coast way, you'll never go back to eating them the Maryland way. Thank you.